Back in 2010, 3.3 million people paid higher rate taxes. By 2027, on current plans, which you've accepted, that number will be 8.7 million. It's estimated, by the way, by tax experts, that equates to something like a 3.5% rise in tax rate of tax. Now, you're not going to change the threshold. You've been clear about that. So the statement that actually you're not raising income tax is a con, isn't it?
No, it is a reflection of the fact that the public finances are in a state. There are things...
No, it's a reflection of the fact that another 5 million people are going to go into the higher tax bracket. Somebody who gets promoted, who owns an extra £4,000 or £5,000 is suddenly going to find that instead of paying tax at the rate of 20-21%, they'll be paying it at 40%.
Well, it's
increasing.
We're not comfortable about that. Rachel Reeves says she wants to reduce the burden on working people, but it comes back to the fundamental test of our manifesto. Everything in it has to be a promise we can keep and a promise the country can afford. Right. Of course, we would like to go further on so many fronts,
but it's not
we are
changed.
dealing with a fundamentally weak economy and public finances that are an absolute state. And I just warn people against this backdrop of breathtaking complacency in the media about the opinion polls. Do not give the matches back to the arsonist to finish the job, because the Conservative spending plans, which are not being scrutinised...
You keep returning to the Tories.
They're not, but it's crucial, because this is the choice, Trevor. This is the choice.
No, it isn't the choice.
Do people want to see Liz Truss's mini-budget on steroids, which is the Conservative manifesto, being delivered if there's a nightmare on Downing Street on July the 5th? Or do they want to see a stable economy with economic growth, shared prosperity, enable us to invest in our public services without clobbering working people with taxes? That's the choice.
I'm going to give this one last go. You keep talking about change, you keep talking about the choice, but you keep the Tory spending plans, you keep their tax plans. You won't tell us what you're going to do about council tax. You won't tell us what you want to do about other taxes like inheritance and capital gains. Where's the change?
The change is in 40,000 more appointments every week to cut waiting lists for the 7.5 million on waiting lists.
Right.
The change is 13,000 more police officers on the street so that we can rebuild neighbourhood policing. The change is 6,500 more teachers in our classrooms so kids aren't taught maths and science by PE and geography teachers. The change is mental health support in every primary and secondary school in the country to deal with the young people's mental health crisis.
OK, I don't want to be impolite, but you're repeating yourself.
No, hang on, I'm sorry, Trevor. You can't say there's no change and then not give me a chance to set
But you've said all that already. We know that.
And I can go into even more of our policies in the manifesto.
Well, please don't. Please don't. Let me ask.
This is the thing, though, isn't it? You know, you say, this is the cynicism. This is
it's
the
not
wall.
Cynicism.
This is the wall of cynicism that the Labour Party has to overcome in the run-up to the general election.
I'm simply saying that we've been talking.
This complacency. There's no change, but when we set it out, you don't want to hear it.
No, I've heard it. We've been talking for 12 or 13 minutes, and you're telling me the same thing for the third time.